Hello, UJTV viewers. My name is Bongani Mncube, and we are here at the auditorium. As I say, I'm not alone. Kindly introduce yourself, because you're standing right now.
Thank you, Bongani. Thank you. Good evening. I am Buipelo Mosesa. It is I, be with a double I. I'm a radio presenter at UJFM. My name's Sandy Bates, host, and the host of In Conversation With, that's Scatter News. But today I am with UJTV alongside the amazing Bongani, of course, and we are at the 2035 strategic plan launch for UJ. So I'm feeling absolutely excited about that. Ready to tackle everything, ready to get these interviews in, ready to see and hear how everybody is feeling and what exactly is the strategy for 2035. Bongani, how are you feeling?
As we spoke of I'm highly excited. This is a moment that for me is very big because it determines the next 10 years of the university, and to see the guest list and the people that we are going to be talking to, trust me, I'm high over the moon. Of course, we are launching the 2035 strategy plan of the university, which is what guides the university and in all its organizational activities. So trust me, I'm so excited and I'm over the moon.
Definitely, 10 years is a long time. So tonight literally determines what UJ is for the coming 10 years.
Let's just get straight into it and stay tuned.
Stay tuned, it's going to be a great one, definitely.
Professor Mpedi, tell us where you're taking us in 2035. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Chancellor, Dr. Phumzile Mlambo-Ngcuka, Chair of Council, Madam Xolisa Kakana, members of Council present here today, donors and partners, executive and senior leadership of the great University of Johannesburg, members of Senate and other academics, representatives of government, representatives of various stakeholder committees present here today, including the UJ staff members, students, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening.
What a time to be alive. What a time to be a UJ student standing next to Prof. Letlhokwa Mpedi. I'm so excited. Now, we were having the 2035 strategic plan launch for UJ, and it was being presented by Prof. Letlhokwa Mpedi. Prof, good evening. How are you doing?
Good evening. I don't know, it's like I'm on this high, today is a special day. Yeah.
Yes. It's an extremely special day, and we are all here to share it with you, Prof. So thank you for having us. Thank you for inviting us.
Yeah, well, look, this event will not happen, will not be as successful as it is without UJTV. So UJTV has to be there,
No, most definitely. Shout out to UJTV. Now, Prof, I think a question that I'm going to ask you is something that I would like to know, and also the community at large would like to know. What is it that inspired the strategic plan and putting it together for 2035 over the coming 10 years? What is it that motivated you to add everything that you did for the plans that you have for the coming 10 years?
Yeah. Look, we looked at our past 10 years and say, look, this is how far we've come. We looked at what supported us, that helped us to be where we are. And then we said, how can we take UJ to the next 10 years, building from, where 2025, strategic plan 2025 has taken us. And we said, look, we're not going to come up with cliches, things that will date the strategy. We're going to continue by building on the great work that was done by my predecessors, global excellence and stature in the fourth industrial revolution, but now we're saying this should be for societal impact. So everything that we're doing should have a positive impact on the society. And that's why our strategy is all about impact and making a difference and addressing societal challenges. And yeah, it's exciting. Yeah.
Most definitely, like how we say at UJFM, dynamically shaping the future. Yes, so we're dynamically shaping the future. So another thing I would like to know, Prof, is that we've got all of these great plans that are going to be implemented, that we have the strategy for, that we want to roll out. But something that a lot of people ask themselves is, yes, we're hearing all of this, all of these promises are being given, but how do we ensure that they're actually going to be implemented?
Yeah.
So how does Prof know that these strategic plans we have in place for the coming 10 years are actually going to materialize?
Yeah. I'll tell you a secret about UJ. We don't only come up with strategies, vision, missions. We also enjoy the support of our council that makes resources available to support this. You can have all the strategies in the world. If they are not well resourced, you are going nowhere. So we have GS 4.0 for societal impact catalytic initiatives that covers research, teaching and learning, community engagement and everything that will help us to bring the strategy to life. Actually, we're already implementing the strategy. We just launched a UJ for societal impact in Limpopo, supporting 4 villages, with life-changing initiatives. So we're going to build on that. Yeah.
Most definitely, we're going to build on that, ensure that it is implemented. And how do you think that this plan can cater to the community and the society at large, beyond just academically and for the university? What about societies and communities? How do you think that it can impact and help to accelerate and grow those?
Yeah. At UJ, we say it's not just about being there as a top university. It is about what you are doing to support the communities around you, to deal with societal challenges of the day, and coming up with solutions to address this, and that is what we are doing. I say watch this space. We are writing the book, textbook about how a university can partner with ordinary people, of course with the support of the private sector. And my hope is that what we have done in Limpopo can be replicated elsewhere. We already have initiatives in the Eastern Cape at Kutwini, where we use hydro panels to harvest water from the atmosphere. So we say we don't just want to be the only ones doing this. We want others to join us. If others join us, we can eradicate poverty throughout South Africa.
Precisely. You're very right, Prof. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for the insight. Thank you so much for the address that you gave us today inside there. It was so enjoyable. I know I enjoyed it. Thank you for being here, for agreeing to do this interview with us. And we wish you all of the very best and that you enjoy the rest of your night, Prof. Thank you so much. It has been an honor interviewing you today.
Always. UJTV, you're amazing. Thank you so much for your support. You watch this space. You watch this space.
Council approved the GES 4.0 for Societal Impact Plan when it convened for its November 2023 meeting.
Chair, to give background, UJ Strategic Plan 2025 has been instrumental in transforming the university from its inception in 2005 to one of South Africa's leading institutions with a global reputation by 2023.
Joining me is our registrar, Prof. Van Vuren. Prof, how are you feeling tonight?
Oh, so excited. I think it's been a wonderful evening. I think it's, 2 or 3 years of work that basically came together into this one evening, and it's absolutely fantastic.
Indeed. Fantastic. As we can see today, what does the strategy mean as we have launched it? What does it mean for the university, for the students, for the staff members, and the society that we are in?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the fact that it sort of builds on what we have, and it will allow us to grow for the next years. I mean, the strategy will take us to 2035, so it's the vision for the next 10 years for the university. And I think what really makes the strategy very strong is that it's not a complete change of direction. It builds on what we have, and on top of that, it brings in societal impact, which I think is just absolutely crucial for the society that we're living in at the moment. So very excited about it, really excited to be part of it.
And one last thing, Prof, what is your message to the students that are watching us? Of course, when you speak of societal impact, we need all to come and to be together and hold hands as we improve our society that we live in. So what is your message to people that are watching UJTV at this point?
Absolutely. I think to staff, to students, anybody that's associated with the university. Make sure that you understand the plan, make sure that you read the plan, make sure that you live the plan, and that as a group together we move forward with this plan. So own it, absolutely own it.
Awesome, Prof. Thank you so much and enjoy your evening.
Thank you, thank you.
UJTV is looking brighter than ever at this point. We just launched our strategy. How do you feel about it with community engagement, specifically looking at it?
Very, very excited. I think, the strategy, this is one specific strategy that speaks to community engagement, that speaks to the impact that UJ is making and will continue to make in the communities. As the VC was saying, that at the center of our strategy is to end inequality. It's to end and eradicate poverty. And it is to ensure that each and every member of our community feels, safe, feels secure. And when we talk about security, we are also rather referring to food security. Yes, not just security in a form of safety when a person feels unsafe in communities. That is also included, but we want to end poverty. We want to ensure that our programs and the projects that we do in the communities do have an impact in society overall. So if we look at the Sustainable Development Goals, that will be our main focus. That will continue to be the focus, that our students, our staff, and the projects that we do as a university respond to the Sustainable Development Goals. And overall, as a university, we will continue to make a positive impact in society.
Awesome, and indeed, my last one is, of course, we need assistance. We need all members within the organization to help, because it's for the societal impact. What's your message to them as they are watching us today after we have launched an amazing strategy?
My message to each and everyone listening, our partners, UJ staff, UJ students, it is time for us to come together, work together, bring our skills, bring our knowledge, even resources. I mean, we go into partnerships to be able to get, the resources that are required and everything that is required in order to make a positive change in society. So it is time to get out of our comfort zones and go out there in our communities to make a positive contribution in order to achieve societal impact.
UJ for Societal Impact, a pioneering project in South Africa's rural heartland. Through the community's partnership with the University of Johannesburg, these remote villages have become a thriving hub of innovation. They have become a beacon of hope, leading the way for sustainable development in Africa.
Next to me, I have Melissa Diale. Melissa Diale is a social media liaison for the UJ Community Engagement. Melissa, good evening.
Good evening.
Now, tell me, Melissa, how are you feeling today? How are you feeling about the event in general?
I feel very enlightened. I feel empowered. I learned a lot. I think this was a very well put together event. They couldn't have done any better in my books.
That's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. Now, Melissa, you've heard the strategy. You were in there when Prof. Letlokwa presented it. What are your general thoughts on the strategy, and how do you feel about it in its entirety?
I have always felt since I've started as a UJ student that UJ drives for a positive change in society. So the fact that it has now been put on paper and we are finally implementing this change, I could not be any more proud to be a UJ student right now.
That is absolutely beautiful. I can also not be more proud to be a UJ student because I'm a UJ student too. So I mean, Orange Army! All the way, baby! Now, as a social media liaison, how do you think that social media and the plan that has been put out can intertwine together to work well together in order to push the plan forward and just for general academic prosperity here at the University of Johannesburg?
Community engagement has always been a part of changing the community at large, be it in UJ and beyond. And the fact that we get to do this with UJ is phenomenal. And I honestly feel like every time we post on social media, we always want the person watching our stories and our posts to feel like they want to come and join us and be a part of the change that we want to implement as UJ. So join CE, come on and sign up and be a part of the change that you want to see. And that is what social media helps us achieve.
No, most definitely. I mean, in this evolving times that we are in right now, everything is about social media. You know, so as much as we want to implement the strategic plan and everything, social media plays a very big role and a very big part, especially in spreading awareness, right?
And especially since our strategic plan is about pushing forward for IR. Social media is going to help break boundaries for the strategic plan. So use your Twitter fingers and your Insta fingers for good things. Like, comment, share with your friends. Who knows, maybe your friend might need another friend. And we can all do this together to push the strategic plan
Nationalization
forward.
program that transcends borders will define our institutional ethos and contribute to our education. Our research will elevate our global standing and extend our footprint beyond national boundaries. We will foster diversity in our student and staff profiles and provide opportunities for international collaboration to enrich our education and our research.
We will be a university that builds on our 4IR strategy to employ technology in a people-centered, humane and ethical way. In this manner, we will cultivate the next generation of minds as we move towards a world of increasing digital complexity. Through a digital transformation strategy, we will enable and support our teaching and learning, research, communication, infrastructure, administration and services to become a sustainable, smart university. Our aim is to infuse all of our organizational activities with appropriate technologies as we pursue our institutional societal impact and sustainability agenda.
My name is Letabo Mashile. I'm the communication manager at Helen Joseph Hospital, your neighbor. So my role as a communicator is to network as you are my neighbor. It's network with stakeholders like UJ. They assist greatly in projects that we run in the Helen Joseph. So it's a huge stakeholder for us. So this 2035 strategic planning unveiling for us, it's big because we're constantly looking for ways to collaborate with UJ on projects that we have. There are projects that they are massively helping us with and that we also envisage that they will assist with. You know, as public sector, we don't always have the budget and we have a resource in the form of UJ and its students. So we look forward to collaboration and, to the assistance that we'll be gaining through your stakeholder relations manager. I have a good relationship with her already. So I'm looking to explore that even more, and through your faculties that you have within the university. We've discovered that we can have a lot more collaborations with you guys, with things that we need and things that we can also offer you as a stakeholder in the form of, practicals that we do offer students that are of this institution, and expertise that you guys have in the form of architectural. So for us, I'm looking forward to the give and take. So I'm looking to explore those on top of a solid relationship that we already have with a stakeholder through Metzileng.
Dr. Rodney Peto, the Acting Chief Executive Officer of Helen Joseph Tertiary Hospital. And today we are in the midst of the company of the University of Johannesburg students under the umbrella of Community Engagement Volunteer Champions. So the University of Johannesburg students, they are here to help us in cleaning and tidying up all the departments and the offices of the hospital. They'll be going to theatre, they'll be going to the renal unit. Some of them will be going to the administrative department to help with all the documents that need to be placed in a correct order. So this is a day that we really appreciate a lot.
Please, for the viewers that may not know you, kindly introduce yourself.
I am Dr. Kensane Makobela from the city of Johannesburg in the Department of Group Communication and Marketing. I'm one of the stakeholders of the University of Johannesburg, UJ.
It is quite an honor to have you here as the stakeholder. Well, ma'am, you heard, you are here, you saw yourself, we've launched Strategy 2035. How do you feel about it?
Firstly, let me congratulate our VC, Professor Mpedi, as well as the Chancellor who also graced this occasion, and the council members and all the people that work on the strategy, because it is a beautiful thing. The marching orders have been given 2035. Now the UJ knows where they are going from tonight going forward. Where are you stepping into? So it was a wonderful night. And what impresses me about this strategy is that it was done right here, no consultants that were involved in drawing up and putting up together this strategy.
And it was indeed amazing. If we look at it, the strategy is impact focused, which is one of the big things. And what's your take on that? As the University of Johannesburg is targeting societal impact and globalization, setting a footprint on the global stage, what does that mean for you as a stakeholder and a person from the city of Johannesburg?
Coming from the city of Joburg, I see here in the strategy some of the things that are being focused on. It's education and strategic collaboration. It's purposeful collaborations. And with those collaborations, the city and the university working together, they can make a lot of impact in the communities, because I like the story which was being told of Pulukwane, where you take water there. So for me, this is very important, because if you are going to make an impact within communities, because it's not just theory, things don't sit in the head, they're being implemented. And globally as well, because UJ, as I liked what I saw in the booklet, which is saying that we were formed, we crawled, we lived, and now we are leading. So globally, the University of Johannesburg, UJ, is a force to be reckoned with when it comes to fourth industrial revolution, as well AI, if you want to rely on anything. So they can work, UJ can work very closely with the city of Johannesburg, showcasing the work that they do. They can collaborate on so many things, because that's where the think tank is. The universities, not the city, will depend on the university in the work that we do.
Well said. Nothing else can be said more than that. You have looked and listened at the strategy that was delivered, and it's so amazing. I'm touched, and now I understand it more clearer when you say thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you very much.
I am with Megan DeWitt. She is Miss UJ DFC 2024. Megan, good evening.
Nice to meet you guys.
Oh, it is absolutely amazing to meet you too. You look amazing.
Thank you, so do you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Now, you are here tonight with us at the 2035 strategic launch. How are you feeling about it?
So I am actually very excited about this event. It's a once in a lifetime thing for me. I didn't know that UJ was going to have such a momentous occasion for this, and I am so honored to be here and to be invited. So what I am looking forward to is how they're going to discuss the research and innovation sector. I will be a master's student from next year, so research is obviously my focus, and I'm really excited to see what the future holds for us.
Oh, no, most definitely. I do agree with you. Excited to see what the future holds for us. I was saying 10 years is a long time to have the plan now for the coming 10 years. But because we trust UJ, we trust the plans they have, we trust what they're going to do for us, we are definitely looking forward to that. Megan, thank you so much for joining us.
My name is Rendani Magesi. I'm the lecturer for project management. I'm representing the civil engineering department, and I'm here. I attended the launch of the 2035.
What did you make of it? How did you make of it? For most people, it's been exciting, and the next 10 years of the university has been said. The direction has been stamped today that we're moving like this. How do you feel about the direction that we're taking?
I feel like the direction will be more impactful to the student, and it will direct them in terms of how they're moving and how they're impacting the society. And I've realized that from most of what was being said in the launch is part of what I do in the lecture. So it made it to feel more at home and more comfortable, and it's giving me more emphasis on pushing the students to be collaborative in terms of what they do and in terms of bringing the real world, because I'm from the engineering world, and I'm emphasizing the fact that the students should understand that they're not here to just learn, but they're also out there to impact the world with the skill and what they learn on a day-to-day basis from what you teach from the content.
And which is amazing. Instead of, because of what you're saying, this strategy also intends on transforming how students learn. Education is at the forefront. Purposeful collaboration is also at the forefront, which is amazing, right? Right now, as we're taking it to education, transformation, transformation is not always easy, but with this strategy that is here, how do we implement it in a way that the organization will make it impactful?
Okay, so I will also relate it to the day-to-day engineering environment. There's a lot of softwares each and every day that are being introduced. And I ensure that when I prepare for my class, I have to prepare to get to know what's happening out there. And I get to prepare in terms of the softwares that I've learned personally, and I get to prepare them for the softwares that are being currently used, which will be impactful also in the future. So I'm considering when it comes to the structure that has been introduced to us, and I'm glad that it's being introduced and intentionally enforced. So with the students and with how we're conducting classes on a day-to-day basis, we ensure that they understand that we're not teaching them for today, but we're teaching them for the future, and we encourage them to also collaborate in terms of volunteering to the industry so that they can be able to learn practically what's happening currently on the world and what's going to be learning into the future in the engineering environment.
Indeed, as you are saying, I think it takes me back to the words of the Vice Chancellor when he said we are actively shaping the future. You know, it's constantly shaping the students, not just to look at the future and not do anything. We are doing something to adapt. Well, thank you so much for talking to me today, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you, and I'm glad that with the students that I'm teaching, they always introduce the topics and they're always introducing the new softwares that we have. And I'm grateful that they're doing that, and I believe that with the class that we're teaching today is the one that's going to change the world and it's going to change the future.
I'm here with the current reigning Miss UJAPK, Unkemetse. Unkemetse, good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
How are you doing?
Good, thanks yourself.
I'm doing absolutely amazing. Now it is a pleasure having you here with us. Thank you for agreeing to talk to me. Thank you for agreeing to be on UJTV. It is an absolute pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm honored to be here.
I love. Thank you. Now, Unkemetse, I think I would like to know, and everybody else too would like to know, how are you feeling about the event? How are you feeling about the strategic plan that was spoken about in the auditorium, and just your general thoughts and emotions surrounding that?
Firstly, I'm genuinely honored to be a part of the UJ, the greater UJ, because we are one of those universities that are leading in the world and now in South Africa and now in the world. And that is something that makes me proud to be part of it, because that means I'm also going to be, yes. So about the strategy, I like the fact that it promotes sustainability and us finding better ways to make a global impact using technology. So.
Most definitely, I do agree with you. Technology, innovation, 4IR, definitely some of the main things that we stand for here at UJ. So definitely watching those things accelerate is something we look forward to, right?
Definitely excited to see how everything is going to turn out.
Oh, me too. I'm definitely excited. Something else I would like to know, Nkemetse, is how do you think that this plan that we have over the coming 10 years is going to help to accelerate and push our rankings even further up as the University of Johannesburg all around the world and all around Africa?
I believe that with UJ not only being a hub of knowledge, it will also push us to be up there with regards to we are building change makers here. So that is definitely going to push up even up there.
No, most definitely. And you stand for the students. You are for the students, by the students. You are the current reigning Miss UJAPK. How do you think that this plan is going to help the student experience here at UJ? How is it going to make student living, student life, and just generally the experience of being a UJ student better?
I feel like it's going to create a more inclusive student life, a more vibrant one, not only focusing on academics, but other things and skills that could make us better people in society and in the world at large.
No, most definitely. Super excited for the plan. Super excited for it to be rolled out. Super excited to see what are the more great, amazing things that UJ has in store for us. Nkemetse, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for having this interview with me. We love you so much at UJ, and all the best with everything, and enjoy the rest of your night.
So much. Thank you for having me to enjoy your night.
Lovely. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. That was Nkemetse, the current reigning Miss UJAPK 2024, sharing some insight on what she thought about the strategic plan and how it is going to be rolled out. I am Boipelo Mosetla, and it has been absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for joining us, and don't forget to follow us on all of our social media platforms. We are UJTV 23 on Instagram and everywhere yourself.